Hello everyone, happy Sunday everyone. It's now time para sa review ng episode 2 ng Love at First Spike. So, last week, iniwan natin ang episode 1 na hindi tanggap si Uno sa volleyball tryout. Remember, si Uno, naalis siya sa team for quote-unquote unsportsman toxic behavior dahil sinapak niya si Parker Robinson, si si River yun, di ba? Oo. Pero sa totoo, instigator si Parker Robinson. Pero invoke niya si Uno para masapak siya. And para ma-retain ni Uno yung kanyang scholarship, kailangan niya maging varsity sa ibang sport kasi inalis siya sa basketball team at doon siya nag-try out. Now, iba yung approach nitong episode 2. Kumbaga, tinit niya ang episode 1 as in medias res. So, ano yung in medias res? There are certain films kasi na nagsisimula sa gitna ng storya at yung whole plot or dynamic, yung plot or the story is a flashback going to the start of the story. Kumbaga, I want to give an example. Final Fantasy 15, nag-start siya. Yung larong yun, nag-start siya sa Ifrit fight. And then, biglang, ando sina Noctis, ando sina Ignis, Gladiolus, Prompto, kinakalaban si Ifrit. And, the story is going to set up how we got to that point. So, ganito yung approach na ginawa sa episode 2 where the story is set up to go to episode 1. Yung nangyari sa episode 1 and concluding the volleyball tryouts arc. Ang purpose dito is to build more character kina Farah and Jared. So si Farah ay yung star player ng girls volleyball team, si Jared yung captain ng boys volleyball team. So, in episode 1, alam natin magpinsan sila. Episode 2, in-explore yung background ng magpinsan na to. So, it turns out si Farah ay na-aksidente kasama si Jared. Nabundol ang kanilang kotse which resulted to Jared being injured, syempre. This was drunk driving. So, don't drive while you are drunk. And dito nagkaroon ng strain ang relationship ni Farah sa mga magulang ni Jared. Lalo-lalo na sa nanay niya. So, si Farah kasi wala na yung nanay niya na tunay, biological mother niya. And Farah is adopted by Jared's parents. Yung tatay naman, si Ramon, hindi Ramon Montenegro si Ramon, medyo kind naman siya kay Farah. Ang medyo bitchy dito ay yung nanay ni Jared. Na any opportunity na nag-open up yung aksidente, atakihin niya talaga si Farah na parang attack dog. Yan. Of course, yung treatment ng nanay ni Jared kay Farah, wrong. Kaya, kinakampihan ng asawa ng tatay ni Jared, sa ni Jared si Farah. And this still causes more uncertainty, more disillusionment sa viewpoint ng nanay ni Jared. Kasi parang dating, wala siyang kakampi. Okay? So, tinutoyo yung nanay ni Jared, toyo. This encounter happens to be set up days or days before the tryout. So, how did the tryout even formulated? Yung risk kasi, the boys volleyball team is about to get dissolved. Wala pang championship, walang gustong pumasok, and the reason is, it was comically explained, pero the reason is, medyo mataray si Jared eh. at naninilip siya sa men's locker room umano. And Jared is not really the type of captain that wants people to go in easily sa club. For example, he was not hands-on on recruiting, pero hands-on recruiting many men, but he was hands-on in recruiting people that or boys that identify themselves as gays. Lalo-lalo na si Lucien. Yun. So Lucian has some special treatment kay Jared. Pinuntahan pa sa bahay niya para lang ma-recruit sa volleyball, which the other members did not see it happen to their end. So as a captain kasi you don't have to be biased, you have to put in harmony. And ang problema rin dito, nagkaroon ng bagong coach yung boys volleyball team. Yeah. And the coach is again has an aura na ayaw ni Jared. Okay? And this will likely pay off in the tryouts. Anong nangyari? Yung medyo may bickering. So, what is the purpose of Lucian? Lucian is parang set up. We got yung isang kaibigan ni Jared. Forget the name. Ethan ba? But Ethan is a more neutral ground. He is like kung may moral compass or yung naghihila pa, hindi naman naghihila pa baba. As it, hindi siya echo chamber. Yun, that's the term. Hindi siya echo chamber ni Jared. Lucian is placed there para maging echo chamber ni Jared kasi may personal bias si Jared kay Lucian eh. Ayun. Yun yung character ni Lucian, I think, moving forward, na may kakampi siya sa volleyball team and whatever Jared does, Jared goes. And I think this will present itself into a better story moving forward. So we got the background of the cousins going back, establish background ng mga ng coach who is very new. He is very social. He's very likable naman. I think it's only Jared that doesn't like the coach. Okay? Ang problema yung isang coach, yung sa girls volleyball team. So, humingi kasi ng tulong si Jared sa girls volleyball team. He doesn't want to be hands-on to other men other than Lucian. So, he asked Farah the favor to do his work for him. And syempre, kinainisan to ng coach nung girls volleyball team is that why is Jared not doing his job? Kasi parang ang dating dito, may personal bias kasi Jared, sino gusto niyang pasalihin. Well, I do admit, Lucian has some talent. Ang ayaw lang kasi ni Lucian, malaman ng mga kuya niya na bading siya. Graduate na ng Brixton High School, yung mga kuya niya. So, he can keep this volleyball thing a secret under their nose kasi di man nila malaman given na wala na sila sa eskwelahan. Ayun. So, yung girls volleyball team, it also has no conflict between Farah and her misogynist coach. Ayaw sa boys volleyball club kahit lalaki siya. Ewan ko. Ayun. So, let's go. Tryouts time. So, we go back to what happened to episode 1. Tryouts, nagkakamali si Uno. And then Lucian comes, he is late. He's late to the tryouts pero pinapasok pa rin ni Jared. Yung siya pa nga, and then Lucian was really a good player. Uno struggles a bit pero he did a huge spike that boosted his confidence into entering the volleyball team. So, at dumating tayo sa punto, hindi tinanggap ni Jared ang tryout ni Uno. Turns out, Jared did not consult his team members and his coach. He did this on his own instinct. Meron siya mga bias na gustong papasukin sa volleyball team. Uno literally saw through Jared's bullshit, okay? And confronted him. Parang may nakita siya kasi even mga player, hindi mas in terms of performance, hindi man ganun kagaling, pero pinasok. And they're mostly gays. I'm not being sexist, pero totoo naman ko. Pero kung pinanood nyo yung episode na to, mahalata naman kayo may bias si Jared eh. And the coach agreed. Much to the chagrin of Jared, pumayag yung coach. Uno, meron siyang checklist eh, is in the volleyball team. The coach gave Uno a chance because the coach see through Uno, willing to learn, willing to practice. When Jared was appealing that Uno is not qualified due to his toxic behavior, the coach pushed back yung claim ni Jared kay Uno at sinabi, "You're the team captain, it's your job to keep the team harmonized." At tinanong niya, the coach did what the team captain should have done, consulted the members. Yung mga pasok na members si Jared, there are some of them, they even raised their hands to have Uno into the volleyball team. And I guess it's final. We should see on the detail, Lucian is the only one who did not raise his hand. I believe Ethan did not raise his hand, pero he's on moral. Minsan kampi siya kay Jared, minsan hindi. Hindi siya echo chamber. There's two types of Jared friends. One echo chamber, one hindi. And Para was the one who convinced Uno na sumali rin sa volleyball. Okay? Now, why did I mention this for last? So, going back to the past, nag-miss-send si Farah ng voice message telling her, "This is mother, she miss her, I miss you." It was recorded and sent to Uno. Kasi inattempt niyang i-comfort si Uno, pero wala siyang courage na ma-send yung message niya after Uno got kicked out of the volleyball team. Nangyari, yung inbox o yung message box papunta kay Uno, naka-open pa rin, na press yung microphone, sinabi ni Para sa nanay niya, "I miss you," na-send kay Uno. Akala tuloy ni Uno, may gusto si Para sa kanya. And totoo naman na may gusto si Para sa kanya eh. Di lang alam ni Para na senda niya si Uno ng ganun. Kaya napatakbo si Para. And then this confirmed Uno's suspicion na may gusto si Para sa kanya. And hey, that is history. So now we got Jared, we got Uno in the volleyball team, two egos going into the team. How would Jared respond to this? How would Uno learn sportsmanship? Is this like the start of something new sa boys volleyball team? And what would be, is Lucian really the echo chamber? Kasi tingin ko siya yung magiging echo chamber ni yung ginamit ni Jared para ma-convince si Lucian back to the volleyball team ay yung mismong storya ng episode 2, which centered around that one accident na paganipan pa ni Para. Ayun. So, I'm excited for episode 3. Sana mabilis na yung pag-publish sa Kiss. Ayun. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon pala. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.